Good morning, everyone. I am Sylwia Szymczyk, and I am talking about technology, innovation, and sustainability in fashion industry. A lot of people are asking me how 3D is used in big fashion brands. And believe me that it is completely different than a lot of people may think. What you see with 3D fashion are these amazing garments in metaverses, or these great presentations with garments that are walking the catwalks alone without any avatar or with beautiful avatars, or even today with AI generated models. But actually, this is not the most important thing that is happening today in fashion companies. You have to think that fashion industry is losing every single year 500 billion of US dollars due to overproduction. So due to the fact that we are producing more than our consumers want to buy. But there is another statistic that is clearly showing that this 500 billion of US dollars is just 20% of waste in terms of money that fashion companies have today. Another 80% of waste is happening during product development cycles. So from the day one, when we design the garment till the moment it is going to be produced. And this is where 3D in fashion industry can really help fashion brands. And this is what really happens today in fashion industry. Sometimes when people are asking me what I am doing in my job, being 3D apparel specialist, it is quite hard to answer and quite hard to let them understand what I am doing. So I am often just saying that I work as digital seamstress, because this is actually what 3D apparel specialist is doing. We stitch these patterns and make from them the garments over the avatars. Now, thanks to that, we can see how the garment will fit on real person in real life once it will be produced. And this output can be used in multiple ways, way before it will finish in some fancy video or in some nice metaverse. It can be used by designers to understand if design is really looking good, how to place the graphics, which color works better, where to put the cuts to make it look nice, which kind of fabric looks better with the design. Maybe they should make it shorter, longer, wider, maybe it doesn't fit at all. Then they can sell internally these designs to another teams, because there is a lot of selling of the garment way before it arrives to the market. There is a lot of internal selling that designers have to do, that merchandisers have to do, that product developers have to do. It's a lot of approval loops before garment will be sent to production. The second part are virtual real-time fittings. So technical developers and pattern makers can try the pattern on avatar, can understand how it fits, can understand if the fabric really works well with this garment, or maybe it is better to use something else. If the trims are working good on the garment, if they have to do some slight changes in order to make it fit better, if they can do some changes in order to consume less fabric. There is a lot of things that product developers together with technical developers can do using 3D. Then there are merchandisers that have to predict the demand of the garment on the market, and they can use 3D visualizations in order to understand better how the garment will look like in real life. They can also try it in some consumer insights apps to understand if it really resonates with the market. But if they use flat cuts or just, Illustrator images, it's quite difficult for most of consumers to understand how garment will really look like in real life. With 3D, they can overcome this issue and they can predict demand much better. Then if everything is done in quite short period of time, instead of 2 years like sometimes happens today in fashion industry, also merchandisers are able to predict the demand much better, because they don't have to use the crystal ball in the way to understand what market will want in next 2 years. but they just can simply ask their customers, in 3 months, would you like to buy this t-shirt? Or they can understand from reports available in fashion industry which are the colors that will sell next season. There is a lot of things that 3D offer in product development process, and the product development process is the one that generates most waste in fashion industry. So 3D garments are not just a nice assets in metaverses. 3D garments are something that can really change the fashion industry for better, and that can really make fashion industry much more sustainable. It is just under the layer most of people are seeing.